What's good, everyone? I'm Tyler Matthews. I've scored over 1,000 points in my career. I've went D3 and I played all 4 years varsity. Today we're gonna learn the 7 most important reads that you hoopers need to learn, and this is why you can't translate anything to the game, because it's not your skills, it's your decision making, it's your IQ. So we're gonna work on that today, and so you guys know how to actually attack closeouts, read help side, and so forth. So pay attention. All right, guys, so the first read is attacking a closeout. So you ever been, a guy closes out on you really fast and you got to make a split-second decision, and guess what? You only have 3 choices: pass, shoot, drive. And when they're closing out on you, you have to make a simple, clean, and quick read to know what to do. And a lot of people, they just got to get more reps in. You just got to put more live play in so that you know what to do. And it's instincts instead of you're thinking about it, because thinking about it is too slow. So when they're closing out on you, you got to make sure to step into your shot ready to shoot. That's always the first option. If you can't shoot, then you got to put in more reps in and learn how to shoot, because if you can't shoot, it's too easy to guard you. All right, so number 1 is that. You got to make sure when the ball is coming to you, you got to step into your shot, low, ready to shoot the ball. Okay, that's step number 1. Because if you're not a threat to shoot, the closeout, he won't close out all the way, and it'll be very hard to blow by him. And so that's step number 1. Step number 2, let's just say you're a good shooter and you step into your shot ready, you're low, you're ready to shoot it, and they're closing out on you. Where do you go? Do you go right? Do you go left? Depending on where he's closing out, if he's more on your left side, you go right. If he's more on your right side, you go left. It just depends on where he's closing out. And if he's closing out to you balanced, right, straight down the middle, this is where you have fun. You get into your shot, you can use a pump fake, maybe a jab, and then go. You can use a pump fake, rip. You can use a pump fake, jab, okay, he's not coming, float, go, right? It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you go by him. And you just got to keep it simple. That's why I love triple threat moves, because it's the most simple thing ever and it works 99% of the time if you do it right. So triple threat over dribbling. Now, the third step is, let's just say he does a good job of recovering after the closeout. So let's just say you go pump fake, jab, you're driving middle, he's on your hip right here, and then this guy closes the gap. What do? Get to the paint, kick out again. And this is where people try to force it. If you force it, you're more likely to turn the ball over. Of course, once you get good, now you can start splitting this through a low pickup or a mid pickup or a high pickup and then finish at the rim. But then, guess what happens next? You split the defense, what does the help do? They come here. Okay, drop off to your big now, right? So now you guys are seeing reads. And so if we go back, now let's just say you went right. He's closing out on you, he's coming, pump fake, rip. Let's just say this guy comes in. What do? Kick out to the corner, easy read. Let's just say he stays. Okay, help side for sure is gonna rotate. If they don't rotate, you get a layup. If they don't rotate, or if they do rotate, okay, we have a couple options. If we have that bounce pass, that's open, but you gotta remember, there's also a 5th defender supposed to rotate. So usually, if they do their job, you'll have the skip pass to the corner or the wing, or you gotta make a move at this guy, right? Get around him, maybe dribble out, find cutters cutting in, pass to them, or you get to the middle, split it, maybe you spin, finish over the middle, or if this guy rotates for another help, then you kick out for a 3. So it's that simple. If you're attacking from the right wing, those are the reads. If you're attacking from the center, it's a little different, but it's the same thing. You're always gonna have guys trying to strip you, which is these top layer guys, right? These guys are trying to just strip, because if they help, again, it's just a quick kick out for a 3. And if your teammate can't shoot, then that's your problem, because if you know you're driving toward a side where your teammate can't shoot, this is an easy job for a defender. Because I know if my guy can't shoot, I'm just gonna overhelp. And if he kicks out, I'm gonna do a soft closeout, waiting for him to drive, because guess what? He can't shoot. So that's why being able to shoot in basketball is the most important skill in my opinion. But that's how you attack closeouts. Now guys, on this read, we're going off a pick and roll. So we're just gonna imagine this one as the pick and roll guy, and I'm coming off. So as I'm coming off this pick and roll, I'm making sure to look for my roller and obviously be aggressive to attack this hedge defender, which this guy's right here. So if I'm attacking this defender, I gotta make sure to keep my eyes on the roller. And so if this guy's rolling to the basket and he gets there, right? We're just gonna assume that that's him. Right there, what do we do when this red defender tags him, right? This is called tag the roller. If he tags the roller and he gets here, who's usually open when you're coming off this screen, right? So we're coming off this screen. This guy rolls to the basket. He's the other black cone. And then the red cone, which is the defender, tags him. Who's open? It's the lift guy. The lift guy is supposed to lift from the corner to the wing, which is called a lift, and you can pass it to him via hook pass, reverse pivot pass, or that's pretty much it. And so when you guys do it, when you guys are coming off pick and rolls, especially from the wings, you gotta keep your eyes on the tag defender, which is the defender guarding the corner guy. This is the guy you have to read, especially at a high level. At a lower level, you just gotta read, you know, the hedge guy. But when you guys are coming off and you're attacking the hedge guy, you gotta make sure that this tag defender, if he stays, roller should be open. If he goes, then the corner or the lift 3 will be open. Now guys, we're gonna be reading help side. So let's just say you blow by someone. Let's just say we're going baseline. We gotta read this help guy. And where do they rotate from? Usually they rotate from all the way opposite block to the block you're driving to. And so if they do a correct job, they will help outside of the paint. If they do a poor job, they will help probably right around here. Because if they help right around here, you should just be able to get a layup. So, but let's just say they do their job. They help outside the paint and they're coming. If they're coming, you only got one of two options. You split your defender, which is he's on your hip, or you go around this help side and go baseline. So you have one of two options. And so if I split, you have some moves that work, right? You have a pro hop, you have a spin, you have a low pickup, get in, finish over the middle or on the other side of the basket. But then if you want to go baseline, maybe you make a quick in and out, and then you sneak one in here or reverse it, right? But either way, the principle stays the same, which is you're trying to go split them or go around that help side defender. And this guy is always on your hip. If he's still in front of you and cuts you off, then you got to counter. And you got to find space. But we're assuming that if you drive baseline, you rip through, he's on your hip, then we're good. If we do the opposite, where we go middle and we're going here, where does the help from? He's usually coming more here, right? And again, it's the same thing. You can split them or you can go around the help side. So if I'm driving, I can either split this gap and finish, or I can go around this help. Boom, make a quick move, and then finish. So make sure you guys just understand the principles of it so that you better understand it, and then so that you can go into the game and know why you messed up or know what move or what decision you should have made the previous possession that you messed up on. So now guys, we're working on a transition read. So when we're coming in transition, we're attacking this guy as fast as we can. And so the only read you have to do is if they back up, you shoot it. If they come up, you make a quick move and go. And I like to make a single move. So if we're dribbling full speed and he's backing up, it's an easy shot. If you don't have this shot in your arsenal yet, then you got to get it, because again, if you can't shoot, it's too easy to guard you. So if you're dribbling at him full speed and he backs up, quick trigger shot. You should be able to do it with your right hand. You should be able to do it with your left hand. You should be able to throw it ahead and get into your shot. You should throw it ahead with your left hand, your right hand, right? It doesn't matter. You should be able to do everything. And then the second read, so that's the easiest read. But the second read is if they come up. If they come up and stay, what do? Right? I like to make the quickest move you can. So I love push cross, fake this way, and then push across your body because it makes them shift. You only have to make them shift for a second because you're going out on full speed. So if I'm, boom, here, it's impossible to stay in front of me, right? They're just gonna get blown by and they're gonna be on my hip and we're gonna make the same read that I was talking to you guys about earlier. But if we do the push cross, that's good. If they cut you off, you have to have counters to each move, right? So I have a wraparound. Let's just say I do in and out, or a double in and out. I love double in and outs, where you're going here, baby in and out, big in and out. Okay, blow by him. If he cuts you off, you have to have a counter. So I'm here, boom, he cuts you off. I like to do another push cross, or a through the legs, or a spin, right? So whichever transition move you're doing or you're comfortable with right now, and I know everyone watching this has at least one move they love to do in transition. It could be a cross jab, it can be a push cross, it can be an in and out, doesn't matter. But whatever move you like to do, you gotta just make sure you have a favorite counter too, especially if they cut you off. So if you have that favorite move, cool. But if they cut you off, you gotta have a counter, right? That you're practicing just as much as the regular move so that you're prepared for both scenarios. Anyway, the fifth read now, guys, is just a numbers read. This is similar to transition just because you would have to do it in transition as well, and it only happens in transition, is when you have numbers, right? So if I have I'm gonna play this out. So obviously in this situation, let's just say the red cone is my offensive player and I'm driving, right? I'm trying to pass this, right? Bounce pass, get him a layup. But in a more complicated sense, if it's a 3-on-2, if it's a 2-on-1, right? Just like this one is right here, I'm attacking this guy's backing up, trying to guard both of us. You gotta pass it early. That's the biggest thing I learned, was you just gotta pass it early. If you spend too much time dribbling, it gives this guy time to rest, right? And you're closing space. You want to pass early when you have the whole court to play with because this guy can't move faster than the ball. So you want to pass it right away as quickly as you can, preferably before the 3-point line. You want to probably pass it at like half court, right? Pass it quick, he passes it back, make this guy commit, and then you pass it again. But again, this only happens through reps, through live situations. You just got to practice a lot, with your friends. You can practice 2-on-1 situations with your friends. You know what I mean? I like playing 1-on-1, but either way, it gets you better. And then the sixth read is just a mismatch read. So a mismatch read is pretty simple. I'm not going to explain it too much. It's just when you have a big on a guard or when you have a guard on a big. So when you come off a screen, let's just say you're coming off the screen and then the big switches on you. If you're good enough and you have the green light to go, you got to understand that you have a mismatch on you and you got to attack the big, create a play for your teammates or get a bucket. And then obviously, if this happens though, if the big switches up on you, you know that your big also has a mismatch with the guard on him. So let's just say he's rolling to the paint and he's starting to post up. All right, to get a good angle to pass that, you probably want to pass it to the wing. Because just saying, guys, you do not want to ever pass to the post above the free throw line. You want to be beneath the free throw line for post entries, right? If they're posting up, you want to pass it below the free throw line. That'll lower your turnovers and that'll lower the steals, especially if you pass to the post a lot, okay? So you got to understand mismatches and you got to, take advantage of them. And then the seventh read is pretty simple. Same thing with coming off the screen. It's called the misdirection read. So if I'm coming off the screen, I have to use my eyes to deceive the defense, right? So a common one is just looking that way. So if I'm looking this way, I'm looking at the lift guy. When I'm looking at this way or looking at the lift guy and I'm not even paying attention to the basket, this really fools the defense because it makes them relax, it makes them think I'm not a threat, and then I go. So if I'm here and I'm coming off the screen hard and I'm looking this way and then I suddenly explode out for a layup or a pull up or whatever, it really, really is hard to guard. Crafty guards do this the best, right? And then also, you can miss, or you can deceive with your eyes, but then you can, deceive with your passes. Chris Paul, Trae Young, they always do the fake, pick and roll pass, which is like this. Fake it, right? Always deceiving, so they can get into their floater or, another dish, whatever the case may be. But it's kind of like you're like spinning the ball that way, but it's coming back. Kind of like that. It's pretty nice. But anyway, guys, if this helps you, these are the 7 most important reads in my opinion. If you master all 7, you'll be damn good of a basketball player, especially if you improve your skills and athleticism at the same time. So this comes down to the IQ part, the mental side, and you need all 3 to be really good. So make sure you guys implement these as soon as you can to improve your game, and I will be happy for you. So let me know in the comments what you guys want to see next, and if you're new to my channel, my name is Tyler Matthews. Keep putting in the work, guys.